Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study, the 12 days of Christmas. Today is the 11th day of the 12-day season called Christmas. But at this point in the season, we are thinking about the new year. We're into a new year now. We're thinking about new possibilities and what God may do for us in these days ahead. Perhaps we are making New Year's resolutions. But as Christians, we are remembering to renew our covenant with God. We are in a covenant relationship with God through faith in Jesus Christ. And it's important from time to time that we remember and renew the covenant, our faith, our commitment. The new year is a wonderful time for this type of renewal and recommitment. I'm reminded of the book of Joshua in the Old Testament, Joshua chapter 24. Joshua has led the people into the promised land. They have possessed it. Now Joshua's day is almost over. He knows that. And the last thing he does for the people is to bring them together to renew their covenant with God. They've been a covenant people ever since the days of Moses. Moses brought them into the covenant at Mount Sinai. But now Joshua wants them to renew that. And so in Joshua chapter 24, we're going to read verses 14 and a few more. He calls the people together, reminds them what God has done for them, and says, choose to renew your covenant. Listen to what Joshua said. He says, now fear the Lord, serve him with all faithfulness. Throw away the gods your forefathers worshipped beyond the river and in Egypt. Serve the Lord. But if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods your forefathers served beyond the river or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you are living. But as for me, for my household, we will serve the Lord. Do you hear Joshua's call upon them? I'm going to serve the Lord, he says. You do the same. Let's renew our covenant with the true God, the living God who has redeemed us. And then in verse 25, it tells us, on that day, Joshua made a covenant for the people, and there he drew up for them decrees and laws, and he recorded these things in the book of the law of God. What a solemn and a wonderful moment this was, as the people renewed their covenant under Joshua's leadership with their God who had redeemed them. And how important it is for us as we stand at the beginning of a new year, that we remember and renew our covenant with the living God through faith in Jesus Christ. You know, John Wesley gave the early Methodists a covenant renewal service that we still use all these years later. We especially like to use it at the beginning of a new year. Let me read some of the things Wesley recommended to us, the words he used that we might use again today to renew our covenant. Wesley said, commit yourself to Christ as his servants. Give yourselves to him, that you may belong to him. Christ has many services to be done. Some are more easy and honorable. Others are more difficult and disgraceful. Some are suitable to our inclinations and our interests. Others are contrary to both. In some we may please Christ and please ourselves. But then there are other works where we cannot please Christ except by denying ourselves. It is necessary, therefore, that we consider what it means to be a servant of Christ. You hear John Wesley saying, whatever this new year may bring, whether it be easy or difficult, whether it be a smooth way or a hard way, let us commit ourselves to be the servants of Jesus Christ. And then he gives us a prayer. He says, Lord, make me what you will. I put myself fully into your hands. Put me to doing, put me to suffering. Let me be employed for you, or let me be laid aside for you. Let me be full, or let me be empty. Let me have all things, or let me have nothing. I freely and with a willing heart give it all to your pleasure and your disposal. Do you notice that prayer Wesley gives us? No matter what may come, it doesn't matter. We're going to give ourselves to Jesus. We don't know what this new year might hold, but whatever comes our way, we give it to Jesus. We place ourselves by faith in his hands. That is how we renew the covenant. And then Wesley gave us 5 steps, things we might do to help ourselves keep this covenant in this new year. He says, first, set apart some time, more than once, to spend alone before God. Have time every day to be with God. Second, be serious. Have a spirit of holy awe and reverence. Seriously commit yourselves to God. Third, claim the covenant of God. Rely upon God's promise that he will give you grace and strength. Claim the covenant promises of God. Know that God will support you. Fourth, resolve to be faithful. Be a person of faith. And fifth, be prepared then to renew your covenant with the Lord. Renew your faith and your dedication to Jesus Christ. Fall down on your knees, lift your hands toward heaven, open your hearts to the Lord, and pray. This is the call upon us on this 11th day of the Christmas season in this new year to renew our covenant to God through faith and trust in Jesus, to give him our all in this new year. May it be so for us as we start this new year of 2022. Amen and amen. Hope you have a great day today, and I'll see you next time for our 5-minute Bible study in the 12 days of Christmas.